people? And if you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched, Bots, and Chair Shots. I'm your host, a chef by trade and a mark by choice. I am the Will Breigh. And tonight, everybody, it's serious. Tonight is the Wrestketok Wolfpac Takeover. Joining us tonight, we have the Tribal Queen, Breigh Stout. We have John Selfbet Wrestling, and we have everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja, Jaxbo. Dadhat's coming. He had to fist fight a child or something.
Clip that.
But he's en route. So, ladies, gents, how are you?
I am wonderful.
I'm always here.
I'm wonderful. I don't know how serious we're going to get, but, you know.
I don't think it'll be very serious.
No. We don't do fucking serious. I think in the entire year and a half we've been a show, the serious thing has happened like once.
I tried to stay as far away from serious as possible. But Yeet, perched upon her iron throne in the boss bitch's corner, is the Beyonce to my Hova, the Bonnie to my Clyde. She is the brains behind the operations. The boss bitch, Al, how are you?
I'm good.
Fantastic. The chat is going off for a second. I'm trying to get through everybody's stuff. Guys, I always start every episode the same every week. Some of you have seen it. Breigh and John, this is your first time here. But I always ask. It's my icebreaker question. I'm going to start it here. What has you pissed off for greatness in the world of pro wrestling? What has you the most worked up tonight? It could be gear. It could be the crowd. It could be the fans. That's the same thing. It could be matches. It could be anything. What has you guys most pissed off for greatness?
I mean, I could go off on Tony Khan. I could go off on a whole bunch of shit. But you know what has me pissed off for greatness, at least for the past 36 hours? This fucking stuff that people are shitting on Nick Aldis.
He made it. That's it. That's it.
In the 8
people are acting like Nick Aldis isn't a fucking star. Look, WWE fucked up his fucking debut. He should have just came out to music and would have had a better reaction. Not this Dominic Mysterio interrupt and then fucking sit there and he comes off from the side instead of down the ring. WWE fucked up his debut. A lot of people know who Nick Aldis is. Everybody else, shut the fuck up.
Is that Magnus?
Magnus. That's who he was in Impact. Two-time Impact champion is Magnus, actually.
I don't super care for Dominic Mysterio, so I just want him to shoot.
I used to just hate him, but now I'm kind of like, he's earned it. At least he's doing something. He's getting a reaction. I'm not a fan. I wouldn't cheer for him if it was a good. I never cheered for him when he was a good guy. I thought it was stupid. I don't cheer for him to get his ass kicked. He's Miz to me. For me personally, he just doesn't do nothing. I'll reckon if he earns the Hall of Fames and stuff like that, I'll recognize the realness, but I don't go either way on him.
I don't know. There's just something about him that just irritates me. I think it's just his face. Oh.
It's because he's the perfect heel. It's okay. It's okay.
No, he's mildly talented. I just can't. I think it's because I'm tired of the bloodline. Not the bloodline. I'm tired of that. I am tired of bloodline, but I'm also tired of Judgment Day. So it's the same. They need to evolve it. They need to do something. It is the same.
That's why Jay should have beat Roman.
Agreed. AJ is a staunch supporter of the NWA. Tyrus doesn't need to be anywhere near anybody's television. Breigh, Dadhat, what you guys got?
Go ahead, Breigh.
I was going to kind of go into the Nick Aldis thing too. That I wasn't watching it live, but I saw clips of him walking out with absolutely no music or anything. They could have built him up so much better than just a shot of him walking up the steps to the ring.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. All they need to do now is get Mickey to book the women. Perfect.
Her Impact deal's about up. She shouldn't have more than a couple years left on it,
and then she'll be back out. She has that one.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Mickie James retired from Impact Wrestling like 6 times by now.
Yeah,
I feel like
she just had a career versus title match and lost, like at Slammiversary last year.
If a superstar, if an Impact Wrestling superstar ever buys Impact Wrestling, it should be either Mickey James or Eric Young. Those two people.
I'd say Tommy Dreamer.
Those two people are Impact from the moment they had the shot.
I would think so. I think EY is pretty solid. He went back there for a reason. He could have gone to AEW or New Japan, and he chose to go back to Impact. So I think that says something about his dedication to the company.
I'll be right back.
Will, I would like to take an opportunity, first of all, from all of us to thank you for having us on and also apologize because as we're doing this, I have game 1 of the ALCS on. So if I scream out something, I apologize.
You can say whatever you want, man. I put the E on every
No, not something bad happens. I'm not Jax watching Georgia, but I'll say some fucking mean shit.
My old co-host used to wear a pair of yellow shoes, and he about got us canceled 6 different times. So trust me, I think we'll be okay. Jax, your turn, bud.
I just took one thing out of that statement. I got 6 times to fuck up. All right. Yes. Nothing really has me pissed off. I had a busy week. I didn't do a lot of wrestling watching. But I would tell you what I'm happy about.
What are you happy about?
I'm happy that Nick Aldis is finally all entertainment. Like he needs a graphic and everything. But so that makes Adam Pearce the Raw general manager?
Yeah.
Correct.
So 2 former NWA champions are now on the biggest stage of them all.
Yeah.
And don't be sleeping on NWA people.
Did you see it was a post on Facebook. It's like 3 former NWA champions ran WWE shows this week. Because Pierce on Raw, Cody was the guest general manager on NXT, and now Nick Aldis on SmackDown.
I like it. I also threw R-Truth in, friend of the show, follows me on Twitter. I said that he needs to throw his name in the bag, tag Shawn Michaels in it, and he retweeted it.
Make him the GM of Level Up.
I was like, he's a ex-NWA world champion, and he's super over with the crowd. I was like, make R-Truth the GM of NXT, Mr. Hickenbottom. It's your time. Do it.
Yeah.
I
Al?
can see that.
You got anything for us?
I have a small rant. This is the only real serious thing that might happen to me. With everything that's going on in the world, I really think it's time that AEW and WWE stop using passive anti-Semitic gimmicks. I've said it the whole time that they have existed. While Gunther is an amazing talent, that gimmick is a whole lot of a situation. I mean,
it screams 1935-ish.
Yeah. So I mean, they're great. They're amazing. I love them, but that gimmick's got to go. And then the situation that happened in AEW with the quarters and the whole thing, can we just grow up and stop thinking that shit like that's okay? Yes, Jeff.
Can I add to Allison's thing?
Yes.
Okay. I did find it very ironic, and this is when I turned Collision off, is that they pulled that whole quarter shit Wednesday night, and then Saturday night are running an anti-bullying campaign against Jewish people.
Yeah.
They got a lot of flack for it, and rightfully so.
Lot.
When you guys talked about it on the Wolfpac on Wednesday, John, I said in the chat that what you said was very well said. You can't, when you look at it in pieces, okay? Juice Robinson used that gimmick for years before he got to AEW. So that's not necessarily wrong. Him threatening to knock MJF's teeth out aren't necessarily wrong. him specifically tying that to the story of the kids when MJF was in school is where it starts to border. It passes the lines. And Tony Khan agreeing to okay that right now with everything happening, that's where I'm like, probably not the most tasteful decision this week. So,
yeah, no. It's not Juice's fault. It's not MJF's fault. There's no too far with MJF. Even the Gunther thing doesn't bother me. Of course, I'm not a part of a class that it might bother. Let me also say that. How fucking ever. Tony Khan's job is to be the boss. It's Tony Khan's job to go, yes, no, not this time.
Maybe so.
Pretty fucking simple.
I completely agree. I definitely think that Tony Khan should have been better about it. I think that if they wanted to have a militant group of European men who are strong, able-bodied wrestlers, they could have picked any name other than Imperium, which comes from the name of a book that said the Holocaust didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like it's not adjacent. Like it's right there. So to me, I agree.
It toes the fucking line.
Yeah, it's close enough that you're like, it doesn't need to be noon for you to see a big shadow. You know, like it's there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a stereotypical thing, but same thing with Russians. You know, at least I'll say this about WWE: they go across the board. They go across the globe, even from rednecks in the South. I will give them that. What I won't give Tony Khan is the fact that he's too afraid to be a boss. He would rather be their friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. Well,
my pissed off for greatness has nothing to do with wrestling. Nothing to do with wrestling. Mine is short, simple, and sweet. You cannot call yourself a professional chef if you don't know how to make a fucking birthday cake.
Jesus.
Okay? I just watched an episode of Below Deck, and this lady has all of these bullshit accreditations from these bullshit fucking culinary schools, and she's a private chef on a yacht, and she looks at Captain Sandy and she says, I don't do pastries.
I thought this was going a totally different direction.
I do know what you're talking about, Will.
Like, that pisses me. How do you call yourself a chef and not know how to make a cake?
we haven't gotten to this episode yet, but she can't make pancakes either.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, that seems lowballed. Like, if you can't make a cake, don't call yourself a chef. That's it. Yeah. Sorry. It's your show now, Al. You can have controls.
So since we already kind of brought it up a little bit, my first thing is TK has definitely lost his fucking mind this week between the tweets and everything else. Like, bro, like, put the phone down. Let an assistant approve your tweets. Like, please stop. So, what do y'all think about TK's week on social media?
TK's week on social media is like watching a good Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's just a train wreck from the get-go.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Breigh?
He really, like everybody else said, he needs to put the phone down, or at least have somebody typing his tweets for him. Like, here, this is what I want to say, and then have somebody type it out for him, or at least like proofread his shit before he posts it. Because, yeah, he's off his rocker. He needs to step back a little bit.
Yeah,
it's okay, Dadhat.
It's okay.
God needs to take AEW seriously.
If
he says he's not even taking his own company seriously.
If Trump owned a wrestling promotion, he would be Tony Khan. He doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. He doesn't no one proofreads. He's got to be right. He's Vince McMahon on coke. Like,
yeah.
He's Herb Abrams. He's riding the edge of lightning bolt, batshit crazy, and won't shut the fuck up over stupid shit. Just shut up and do your show. That's it. You're never going to catch WWE. Roman Reigns could walk out of WWE right now, spend 90 days on the beach, and appear at Revolution or start of the year. He's the first episode of Dynamite. He shows up. They're still not going to beat WWE. They have the internet hold him down because as soon as Roman Reigns leaves, with reports, we already know he's going to show up. So you're not going to beat WWE. They have a 40-year head start. Just do your own shit and be happy.
No, I agree.
Dadhat says his pissed off for greatness is for people to shut the fuck up about how many people are in audience of a wrestling show. Shut up, watch the show, and enjoy. I agree, and I said this on a show a couple weeks ago. I said, when was the last time that you did anything in your life that drew 80,000 people? When was the last time you did anything in your life that drew 8,000 people, 800 people, 80 people? That's my point. Like, Tony Khan may be inflating shit like a dude who's high on Tinder, but he's still doing something great, whether we want to admit it or not. He took nothing and made it into a $2 billion company, and I don't even like AEW that much.
Okay, but Tony Khan's doing this shit to himself by these fucking tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree that he's unprofessional as fuck.
He's getting fans to go, okay, motherfucker, you're going to sit here and say, this is great, everything's fucking rainbows and butterflies. And here's the proof from the show, which it's just a circle. It's not going to fucking stop.
He says, B-Dave says, just stay off Twitter. Just stay off Twitter completely.
Yeah.
My next thing, I just saw this actually. Congratulations to Joe Galley, who got married yesterday. If you don't know who Joe Galley is, he's one of the commentators for NWA. Friend
of the show. Love Joe Galley. Love the NWA.
Congratulations.
Let's see. Uncle Dave stirs up shit for weeks, saying everything he could about that Punk is coming to WWE. Then to report that they flat out told Punk no. Who wants to start? Well, I know you have a lot to say about this.
I've been waiting all week to talk about this, but I'm going to let everybody else go first because I'm a gentleman and a good host.
I could give two shits if he's there, if he's not there. If he's on my TV, he's not on my TV. CM Punk is not a needle mover. CM Punk does not equal ratings. His drama did for a little bit, maybe, possibly. I don't fucking know because I don't pay attention to him. But I'm over to the CM Punk rumors and innuendo and all that other stuff.
Innuendo.
I've said for a good 8 months now, 9 months, fuck CM Punk. I'm over it. Longer than that. I'm just over it. From the moment that he got pissy and upset that Bischoff was talking shit. Because you know what? That's all CM Punk's career has been, is talking shit. Don't get pissed off when somebody's talking on you. That being said, CM Punk is going to WWE. There are too many fucking signs. Meltzer can come out and say he's not. WWE can come out and say he's not.
What up, Tommy?
What up, Tommy? He's coming to WWE. As long as he doesn't dethrone fucking Roman, because his track record in AEW shows you why he shouldn't be the one to dethrone Roman, unless you're just giving him what he wants. If he wants to go with Seth, if he wants to go on Raw, feud away, I don't care. For me, at this point, he's Dominic Mysterio. He's Miz. I don't give a fuck what he does.
It's one of those oh, go ahead, Breigh. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm the same as you guys. Like I don't care if he's on my screen, but for Dave Meltzer to say, oh, he's going to WWE, blah blah blah, and then to say no, they rejected him. Like he needs to shut the fuck up first of all, and WWE just needs to stop doing the innuendos because they're pretty much throwing it in our faces that he is going to be coming back. And yeah, I just don't want to see it.
It's the Bray Wyatt rumors from 2 years ago. or last year.
It's the
He's
QR
in,
codes.
he's out. He's
It's
in,
the
he's
QR
out.
codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in, he's out. Oh, he's done. He's locked in with AEW. He's locked in with Impact. And he went back to WWE. Don't nobody know what's going to happen until it fucking happens. And it wouldn't shock me if WWE said, hey, tell him no. No. And just like they did with Edge, just like they did with Breigh, they somehow make it a surprise again. So, it's going to fucking happen.
Will.
One, I just broke my bowl.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I was cleaning it out and I was taking the same little pokey thing I was just talking to you guys about, and I stuck it down in there and I broke through the bottom of the bowl.
What'd you learn?
There's a whole less hole in it now. Well, this has nothing to do with CM Phil because I've said my Phil about him and I'm done. This has everything. My Phil about Phil. This has everything to do with Uncle Dave Meltzer. I don't fancy myself a journalist. I try to be a writer. I'm a chef. I'll probably always be a chef, even if I'm not in a kitchen. But the point is, a long time ago, I did go to journalism school. There's a few things they teach you as a journalist. I've made TikToks about it, and I've talked about it. They teach you things about journalistic integrity. You have to report things in a timely manner. You have to make sure it's the truth. You have to make sure that you don't make your version of the truth. Like the whole point of reporting the news, no matter, even if in the silly world of professional wrestling, you report the truth. Okay. Now,
it's
everybody
the truth,
knows,
not my truth.
Bingo. Everybody knows National Enquirer, right? Like the grocery store tabloids. TMZ. TMZ is another really popular like tabloid style news circuit. The thing is with TMZ and National Enquirer and the tabloids, they practice what's called yellow journalism. And what that is where they take a piece of the story and they write the entire story using that one little bit of truth. So Dave Meltzer may have heard in some circle that they're talking about CM Punk coming back. He takes that one piece of information and turns it into his story of CM Punk being all but confirmed. Okay? So my point is, Dave Meltzer has went from being a credible journalist in the 1980s when he started the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Over the course of the last 40 years, he has decredited himself by taking payments from wrestlers, by admitting on camera that he is taking money from wrestlers. He's admitted on camera that he would trade write-ups in exchange for information from inside the company. So if you gave him information, he would write good things about you. Like, he's admitted all of this. At some point, you have to learn to understand it's not about right, wrong, or indifferent. It's about following people and getting your news from people with integrity. Uncle Dave Meltzer has zero journalistic integrity. He will lie to your face for a click of your mouse. And that's it. And I'll say it to his fucking face. The next time I'm in a room with him, I will call him a liar. Pure and simple.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer gets off on people loving Dave Meltzer. The only reason the Young Bucks get half the fucking coverage they do is because of the Meltzer driver.
Mm-hmm. In other
Is that why it's called that?
100%, yeah. They
I
named their
thought it was a
British
joke.
actor. No.
Oh.
That man has given Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks more 5-star matches in their careers than he's given WWE in the existence of the 5-star curriculum when him and Corny made it up in the 80s.
Yep.
Period. Across the board, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks have more 5-star matches in their short career than the entirety of the Wrestling Observer newsletter grading matches since 1982.
You want to get to Jax? Jax, he never gave Kurt Angle a 5-star match ever.
Yeah, not one.
He's a fucking retard. I said what I said.
Yes. He has never given Kurt Angle a 5-star rating.
Well, that's his choice, I guess.
I think that he needs some.
But that's right. What he just said. It's his choice. That's all Dave Meltzer's thing is his opinion. His opinion, just because he's got more followers, Doesn't matter to a hill of fucking beans or a mound of fucking shit. He's just one guy.
And Corny discredits the entire Meltzer thing because he went past 5 stars. Because when him and Dave set up that entire system, the whole premise behind it was the perfect 5-star match could not be topped. That was perfection. You can have more than one perfect item, but that would be perfection. When Corny left, Dave started adding stars. And that's where it got ridiculous. I'm sad that I broke my bowl. What's next on your list, Al?
In more things that Dave incorrectly reported, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio that Cash Wheeler was hurt, and then Fightful is reporting that he's not hurt. Everything around the FTR surprising AEW tag title loss last weekend on Collision is all storyline designed to put new champs Ricky Starks and Big Bill over Big. However, a Fightful Select report claims Wheeler is nursing injured ribs, but it is not clear he needs to miss any time. They add Dax Hardwood pushed for the match with Starks and Big Bill to happen the way that it did. I think they just want to break. And they also said it has nothing to do with Cash's legal situation.
That's good.
Forever the Revival. Best tag team currently walking the planet.
Now that the Usos are split, yes, I would agree. But I will say this. They do take a lot of fucking breaks.
They do.
Yeah.
They do take a lot of fucking breaks. I'm just saying.
You're going to tell me FTR, you're going to sit here and tell me that FTR is better than Chronic?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Jess, what's up, buddy?
Oh no, I like FDR, but they do take a lot of breaks.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like how he just heard us call you Bubba once, and that's all he's ever called you, though.
That's all he ever calls me.
FTR versus the Dudleys.
With a table.
The Dudleys? Yeah, if Spike was a tag partner.
Listen, I know it's like we don't want it, but we want it. We really want the Hardys versus Edge and Christian as much as
No,
we don't want it. We do. We do.
I don't want it. Don't make
Yes,
me want
you do.
I think you do. Jay.
it. Don't make me want it.
You do want it. You do. You absolutely
Not
do.
the Spike Deadly
Like,
comment.
it'll be a hot bag of garbage.
Yeah,
I
no.
want it.
I stopped giving a fuck about anything the Hardys do when after Jeff Hardy's last incident. I'm one of the ones that he has completely tuned out. Don't want to watch. Won't waste my time watching. I do change it when Jeff Hardy's on the screen.
Jess says he don't want to.
I know the masses do. The masses do, but it's not going to be the same. The only one. Look, Christian on the microphone has been fucking awesome, but Christian the wrestler has not been that fucking great. The only one of those guys that can still go is Edge, and he's barely fucking hanging on. And I love Edge.
Yeah.
I don't give
Edge
a
and
flying,
Matt Hardy.
I don't give a flying fuck about Edge versus the Hardys versus Dudleys because you know what it's going to be. It's going to be fucking Ric Flair's last match with 6 guys. No, thank you.
Listen, we were at Ric Flair's last match. Whew. He passed out for a good 60 seconds on the outside of the ring because he bladed too deeply.
It felt borderline elderly abuse.
It was.
It was.
Be right back. I'm gonna give me
Now,
something,
I
guys.
will say the rest of that card, fucking banger.
Oh yeah, was it Josh Alexander versus Jacob?
Yeah.
And there was a huge luchador match with Ray Phoenix and a bunch of other people that was just stole the show.
Davey Boy Smith Jr., British Bulldog's son against Killer Cross. Team GCW versus Team Impact in a 25 or 30 man bunkhouse stampede style battle royal. What else was there? There's the cruiserweight match that had Ray Phoenix and all those guys in it. There was so many good matches.
So many matches.
So many good matches.
Speaking of people that were there, Mark Briscoe is back in the ring training for his comeback. When that'll be, we don't know, but he is back training.
Love Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
If he's ready to get back, let him wrestle.
Him, much like Bo Dallas right now, much like a couple others, will always have a special place in our heart that we want to see him succeed because of the stuff they've gone through. Mark will be one. I don't ever want to see Mark Briscoe as a tag champ again.
No.
I don't think he would do it.
I do
Mark
think
Briscoe made this. Mark Briscoe did make the statement that he will never compete for a tag team title again because he won't. He told Tony Khan, he goes, "Don't book, you can book me in trios, you can book me in 8-man, you can book me in single. You cannot book me in tag teams."
I did hear that Dadhat Karrion Kross did an interview recently and said that everything was leading up to him versus Breigh at 39, and there was going to be a whole thing to tie him and Scarlett and Bo
And Alexis
and Breigh all together in a, like, not necessarily a stable, but it was going to be like a storyline that put them all in together, and it never got finalized, and that sucks because that's the old, in my opinion, that's one of the biggest what ifs in wrestling, is because we just don't know now. We just won't know. And thanks for the follow, Irish Neep. What's up, bud?
Irish Neat, what's up, buddy?
My shit died. So is Selfbet not in here anymore?
He's frozen on screen.
Frozen.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
It's
frozen
a good
on
picture,
screen.
though. I thought he was just real fucking still, like chilling. Like,
Yeah, I thought he was just.
oh, there he goes.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
The belief within WWE is that Vince McMahon is no longer involved with creative. That from PW insiders whose sources tell them Triple H has been basically knighted by Endeavor. In a follow-up, Fightful reports that talent hasn't explicitly been told McMahon isn't involved, but a source cited the wider variety of talent being featured on Raw and SmackDown and how certain acts are getting prominent spots as evident Vince isn't calling the shots. It was also pointed out that there have been less late changes to shows in recent weeks, except for NXT, who apparently they made a whole bunch of changes to.
And it was awesome.
Last minute.
I don't care. I don't know if it's on your list.
We're going to briefly speak about it because everyone has talked it to fucking death.
See, this is the blessing and a curse of being on a Sunday show, is because we get the end of the week, but also we're the last motherfuckers. So I've been talking about this shit all week. So I'm just kind of like, nah, I don't care.
But it allows us to talk about other things that have happened, all the things people have ignored while focusing on this other shit.
So NWA and Impact and MLW and pretty much all of our indie coverage.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Endeavor has made several comments about how, like, you know, with Vince's legal troubles that they want him out. It was reported that he is taking medical leave from Endeavor. They didn't say why or for how long. I assume it's something to do with the back surgery he had.
Grizzled Young Veteran showed up at Deadlock Pro tonight. I haven't heard back from them. I emailed them like 2 days ago. As soon as they posted their booking email, I emailed them. So I'm hyped. I love them. The idea of them being in the Indies means that there's a slim but still chance that I'll have a chance to meet up with them. You can tell Vince he has no say in creative because more of the black and gold NXT talent being on Raw. What's up, Matt Ward? Thanks for stopping by. Of course you did, Will. Oh, fuck, of course I did. That's what I do, man. And they're calling themselves GYV. I love that. I love the fact that they're calling themselves GYV. I will be forever a fan of that. I love British strong style, meaning more than Trent Seven and those guys. But like that whole like group of indie wrestlers that came over from NXT UK all at the same time. Butch was one of them. Pete Dunne. Big fans of those guys. I'll double check two scouts and see if I can find one, but I'm sure that Grizzled Young Veterans were what they were called before they got to WWE or NXT. So I'm pretty sure that if there's a thing, it's to them and not WWE. Yeah, bingo. You got it. We're on the same page per the usual. Al, what you got on your list?
According to PW Insider, it is believed that Jack Perry is no longer on indefinite suspension, but AEW is in no rush to bring him back. I'm in no rush to see him back. He's a little crybaby.
Either of you have anything to say before I make a really just ridiculously off-color joke?
I mean, I just don't really care. I've never really been a fan of him, and I just don't really care if he's on the screen or not.
What's up, Sean?
I liked his old entrance music,
Yeah,
but whatever this is, it's terrible.
not working.
Bo? You're muted, Bubba.
We're talking about Jack Perry now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I forgot he was gone.
You forgot it was on.
I forgot he was gone. Like, he hasn't been on TV?
No.
Oh, that's impressive.
He got
Someone that
suspended when Punk got suspended after All In.
Oh, so he got suspended for just saying something?
For fighting.
Yeah, he got suspended for the All-In brawl, remember? With him and
that's
CM Punk?
right.
Yeah.
They weren't really
He's
calling
an
it a brawl. They just kind of shoved each other.
It was a brawl. TK felt threatened for his life.
They
Remember that?
literally pushed each other
Oh, no.
like toddlers.
I think me and Jax's first hug will be more violent than Jack Perry and CM Punk's fight at All In. I'm pretty sure of that. As far as Jack Perry goes, I also have a dead dad, and I'm not a little bitch, so I don't understand his problem. Just saying, like, can't stand TK, says Sean. While being paranoid, does that to you, TK? That's because TK does more coke than George Young. If MJF comes to WWE, he can keep his entrance theme because it is a generic track like the Hardy Boys. I didn't think that song was a generic track, though. Didn't one of the AEW bands cut that track better than you?
No idea.
I don't know.
I do like his theme song, though. It's on my running
Gals,
playlist.
look that up.
The unofficial official executive producer of Botched Spots and Share Shots, our fact checker. Because if I can't do it, Al can't do it. Scowls will get to it.
WWE is discussing having a War Games match at Survivor Series again this year. Right now, only a men's version is being considered, and the site sort and
He said, "Not my
yes,
job."
it is, guys. Please. And Fightful sources say it heavily implied that the Judgment Day would be part of the match. I mean, we all know it's gonna be the Judgment Day and the Bloodline versus Team Cody Rhodes.
What if War Games is another 3-team match?
Ooh, like the original one in NXT, and like the original
go.
one from like
But who would the
1986.
third team be?
Maybe a team from NXT.
5 jobbers.
5 jobbers.
Oh my god.
Give them
So-
airtime, man.
So a team from NXT?
What if they did?
That's it.
And this is
Led by
completely
Braun
AWOL.
Breaker.
War Games. Okay, so this is the thing. Completely AWOL. Not gonna happen. I'm not at all saying this is me fantasy booking. What if they did 3 4-man teams from each brand? Okay.
The brand splits aren't real.
I know brands, but just humor me. I said it was fantasy booking, Al. You just have an imagination, please. What if we took 4 people from each brand and had an NXT brand, a SmackDown brand, and a Raw brand in a War Games match? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that would be cool. A cool way to get 3 teams in. It'd be Gilbert hears his calling. Yeah, he does.
God.
Judgment Day versus Bloodline versus Legacy War Games. Bingo. See, all you guys, y'all are so smart. They just need to let us book the show. Every match is Survivor Series needs to be a War Games match. For love. Just William Regal does nothing but ring announce all night and just keeps saying War Games. Just on repeat. War Games.
No,
Why not?
that sounds terrible.
You just don't like British people.
No, I love British people.
Just for the record, stated, Today is October 15th at 7:45 Central Time. Al does not care about British people.
I do care lots about British people. Thank you.
What's next on your list?
Bianca Belair. Oh no! Sorry, a thing opened and I didn't want it to. Bianca Belair told that she will hopefully be back on SmackDown sometime soon. She's not hurt or anything. They just don't have anything for her.
You can't miss them if they don't go away.
I agree with that, Jax.
I mean, yes, but they can't really afford to have her be like away since they don't use 90s.
They've got Jade now.
AJ Hoover says the MJF theme is in YouTube's copyright-free music library. Look, AJ, you embrace your executive producer role. I love you. Let her be gone for another year. I'd say let her have some time off, but not be gone. I just don't want them to come in and pull the trigger with the first person that Jade Cargill fights is Bianca Belair, because I think that's blowing your load on your first shot.
Well, they had her and Charlotte had a little moment.
I love that stare down. I love the fact they keep popping her up everywhere. She's been on a pay-per-view. She's been on NXT. She's been on SmackDown. I love the fact they sprinkle her in everywhere so you're not exactly sure what they're going to do with her when they pull the trigger. And I think that's the perfect way to use her.
I just want to see her do things. And I really, right now, only want to see her either versus Bianca or versus Charlotte.
I think Charlotte would be a great first opponent.
I agree.
For Cargill, yes. What's next?
Zach Clayton and VSK are no longer with AEW / Ring of Honor after their contracts expired and was not renewed.
Who? Who was it?
Zach Clayton and VSK.
I don't even know who that is. Bo, do you know who that is?
Fuck no.
Mm-mm. I watched a lot. Exactly. Sean says who?
I think they're
Zach
Ring of Honor.
Clayton was like JWoww's boyfriend from Jersey Shore.
I know who JWoww is, but I don't know who Zach Clayton is.
I think that's her younger boyfriend.
Yeah. I don't know who these people are. I figured you would.
I thought that was Spectacular was someone's boyfriend. No, he was just on Big Brother.
Yeah. VSK was the butler for Ari Davari. Okay. I remember who that. I know who that is, but I still don't know.
Oh, the Bollywood Boys.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I didn't know their names. If that's who that is, then cool.
His Twitter says he's a controversial pro wrestler and is accepting bookings.
Well, I guess I'll be emailing him. Put that news and rumors, and I'll go back and look at it. I like controversy.
Let's see. He's got a belt of some situation.
What are you looking at? You know you can screen share, right?
I'm looking at his. Okay.
Dickosaurus.
We should get stuffed animals made and sell them.
Like little stuffies of the Dickosaurus?
Like little plushies of Dickosaurus.
I'm pretty sure that we would get canceled for that.
I don't think so.
I'm just waiting for us to get the tick and them to take that down.
Okay, so this is him.
I don't know who that guy is.
I have no fucking clue who that is.
He's doing the that's what's his name? My GCW dude, Alec Price. He does that with the belt where he like bites it. Him and Pete Dunne do that too.
Yeah.
And then hang on.
Pete
Dunne. You gotta be careful what you're looking at on Twitter because my Twitter has some nasty things.
For real, don't be pulling up your search history. Be getting iffy.
Okay. So they're Ring of Honor guys. Okay.
You should follow them.
Are you really copying their emails right now?
Yeah.
Give him a follow.
Yes, he is dating JWoww.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I guess.
That's
Is that
more
cool?
of a conversation
Than
than
his AEW career.
AEW career.
They are married, says
Oh.
AJ.
Oh,
AJ, how are you so like informed?
you're so smart, AJ.
Yeah. All right, get out. Go.
There we go. Ah,
Fix
Yes.
it.
I fixed it.
Making
On
my anxiety go crazy.
the Talk is Jericho podcast, Adam Edge Copeland said WWE's original plan for the Judgment Day was for the group to turn on him about 1 year after Finn Balor joined. Copeland found out at Hell in the Cell 2022 that plans changed and Judgment Day was actually going to turn on him the very next night on Raw, on the same night that Finn was set to join the group. So they did not tell Edge that he was being kicked out of the Judgment Day until the day before it happened. That's kind of bullshit.
Best decision for that group. I think Judgment Day would have died a slow death if Edge had stayed in it.
Well, because I mean, at first they were just like constantly losing, and, like they made him out to be a joke.
Yeah.
They are the biggest stable, like the most powerful stable in the business or in the company right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even outside the bloodline, in my opinion, I'd say the bloodline siding with the Judgment Day tells you that even the bloodline thinks the Judgment Day is as big or bigger than the bloodline right now.
Yeah.
The fact
And
that
it shows you what the company thinks too.
Exactly.
The only thing I don't super care for is that with Rhea being in the Judgment Day, we're not seeing her do anything for herself. She's wrestled a ton of house shows, but in 6 months, she's only had 6 matches on TV.
She doesn't have anybody to go against. She has no one on her level.
But they could be building people up, and they're not. They're not even giving anybody a chance to even get to her level. Like, the matches that she's done have, like, half of them have been under 15 minutes. Like, that Raquel match was a joke. The Natty matches, like, it's just... Yes, Scouts, I know she's defended it 6 times, but I want to see her actually wrestle. Like, to me, it looks like she's the manager and the valet for the Judgment Day and not the fucking champ.
I said it in a TikTok this week. For a lot of, especially this generation, but it's most of wrestling history. The chase is better than the run. The chase and fighting to get to the title is always better than, oh, I got it.
Yeah, they're just not using, like, they could, because she is so powerful, they could be using this to build up their women's division, and they're not.
I disagree. And I don't think she's just the valet or manager for Judgment Day. Scowl said in capitals, or she's the leader. And this is me, and Dad Hat listens to it once a week over on WCW. My old school heart will always preach the fact that people need to be booked a lot to be spectacles. Rhea not wrestling a lot makes when she does wrestle all that more important, even if she is wrestling a mid-card jobber like Raquel Rodriguez. Okay? That doesn't mean that I agree she only needs to wrestle and defend her title once a month. Even Bruno wrestled once a week during his 7-year run. But my thing is that if she's presented the way she is, she shouldn't have to do the fighting. Don Corleone wasn't out there with a pistol handling shit on the streets because he had people to do his job for him. Rhea shouldn't have to be in the ring every night wrestling and fighting because she's got Damien and she's got Finn and she's got JD McFunko Pop. So she doesn't have to wrestle all the time because she's got her henchmen. So I agree that they need to use her to build the women's storylines, but I think in a lot of ways they already are because they presented maybe the strongest woman since a China, as far as stature, ability, and size, to be the leader of the biggest group in the company. So I think it says everything for wanting to bolster their women's division.
Right.
I agree with the part of you saying she needs to wrestle more, though. I just wouldn't call her a manager or a valet.
But they aren't building up anybody to go after her. Like that's the thing. There's not a single storyline of anybody coming to challenge her or wanting to challenge her or anything. We're throwing all of the women into these bullshit tag teams. And then, you know, they're not even like even trying to say like, oh, you know,
I think for Rhea, they see her. I mean, you mentioned spectacle. They see her being the top female in this company for the next 15 years. She's what, 28?
no, I don't think she's that old. I think she's only 26.
20 or 27?
I'm looking it up.
Like they old school wrestlers say it all the time. There's only so many bumps on your bump card. If they don't have to make her wrestle a lot right now, that just prolongs her time in the company.
You know, she used to be named Demi Bennett. That's like Sexton Hardcastle. Like when I hear Demi Bennett, I don't think Rhea Ripley. That doesn't even no.
I would have rather had him come back to AEW as Sexton Hardcastle instead of Adam Copeland.
I love Copeland. The cope. He should call his finisher the coping mechanism.
Oh Lord.
I like that.
He should call his finisher the coping mechanism.
I agree with Sean that they need to feature the women's tag titles across all 3 brands.
They had that opportunity. It should have gone to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I love Team Fire Crotch.
they
I
could
don't know
have.
what their real name is. I don't watch NXT. I'm sorry.
they could have revived. I think that like put him on every brand. Let him go.
I apologize, Breigh. You're a lady, and I'm not being much of a gentleman. I'll behave.
Okay.
Fightful heard from sources close to Rey Fenix that he will be off AEW TV for a while due to visa issues. That's why AEW had him drop the international title to Orange Cassidy on Dynamite.
You get your book bag back, Jax.
I hate that fucking book bag.
The Jansport, bro.
Is that going to be your Twisted Tea hot take now every week? That book bag?
Yeah.
Because I don't want it. It doesn't even deserve to be brought up that much.
You're pissed off for greatness just on repeat. Yeah, just every week, Wednesday and Sunday, as you're just bitching about Orange Cassidy carrying the title in a backpack.
It was supposed to go back to Mox, but since he was not cleared, they gave it back to Orange Cassidy. So I don't think that he'll have it.
It's because Rick Knox almost killed the man.
Yeah, well. So I don't think that he'll have it long. So.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I think that the United States needs to change the way wrestlers get visas because they're under entertainers visas, which makes them the same as actors and musicians and theater rights and stuff like that. I think pro wrestlers, although are entertainers, need to get the same sporting visas that like football players and American football players and basketball and hockey players get. Because I think that a sports athlete's visa would give it more accessibility to people crossing in. Because I've talked to Speedball Mike Bailey, I've talked to Black Dynamite Jeremy Prophet, I've talked to Macrae Martin, a lot of great Canadian superstars that have all gotten in trouble for coming into the States without the proper visas. So I think that the U.S. needs to look at how they work the visa system out for wrestlers, because I think there's a lot of fault there. Von Wagner. Is that like Beetlejuice? If I say his name 3 times, like, do you get mad?
Well, you know he's the front runner to win the Royal Rumble, right?
I
thought he was dead. I thought Braun Breaker
unalived him.
Yeah.
Von Wagner.
Stop it.
One more time. And he'll appear.
No.
God.
We never have ladies on the show. I like to keep Breigh coming back. Don't be mean. Like Katie and I can't be the only women all the time.
She has lasted over a year with John, Jax, and myself. I think you're okay.
It's coming if Triple H is truly in charge.
It's okay. His forehead's where they're going to host WrestleMania 41.
Lord. TNT Network's television schedule indicates that AEW Battle of the Belts 8 will take place on Saturday, October 21st at 10 p.m. Eastern, immediately following Collision. Why are we having Battle of the Belts when we just had Title Tuesday? That makes literally zero sense.
So
TV
I
deals?
went to the first Battle of the Belts because it was in Charlotte. It was so boring.
Well, TBS and TNT are the same. They're owned by the same parent company. They're both owned by Turner. So it doesn't matter where they put what. It is the same bucket of money. Because AEW has to do a special event every week. No, that's true.
That's what I was saying. Their TV deals, they have to do 6 network specials a year. So that's one every 60 days. Scows isn't that far off in reality.
Was Title Tuesday not a network special?
No, Title Tuesday was just a special Dynamite because they had to change days. So they made it Title Tuesday. So all 600,000 of those people that tuned in to watch really got something out of it.
Mm.
Okay.
Same fucking difference. I love you, Scows.
This is one of those things I feel like I'm tired of talking about, but like we keep talking about it and I'll believe it when it actually happens. According to Fightful, WWE and Randy Orton are hoping that he can return by next month's Survivor Series event. For what it's worth, BWE claims that Orton has been doing great, and WWE is taking a cautious approach to make sure he is 100% for his return. I mean, he has been seen out and about and was at the Performance Center.
If Peyton Manning, when he hurt his back or his neck, you know where he was at a lot of times? He was at the Indianapolis Colts facilities. Randy Orton is a contracted WWE employee. You know where he's going to be? Where WWE doctors can see and work on him, i.e. at the Performance Center, guys. Duh.
Yeah. I still stand by. If he comes back, that's who I want to see Cody face at Mania. I want Randy and Cody.
That would be a banger of a match, my friend.
Yeah.
Make Cody wait a whole another year before he gets Roman.
Ugh. Do we have to?
I don't want Roman to have it for another year. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I
they already
think-
kind of planted the seeds for Cody and Roman on Friday.
I know, but I feel like they're so close now to erasing Hogan's record. Like, they just want to get that kind of covered up now.
We'll
I
see.
kind of hope they cover it up because I don't like him.
Fuck Terry.
Fuck you, Terry.
Fuck Terry.
Can we make sure to say fuck Terry?
Yes.
They're already in the works. They're already in the work.
I'm saying this live on air so that somebody who knows this person can get me somebody's contact information. I need to meet who runs Sweet Dollface Creations.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying that. I'm putting that into the atmosphere.
No, I already have for Queen's Court, since they say it all the time. I already have a "fuck you, Terry" shirt getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
Nice.
We did
Just
today.
from Get Show
He
says
wasn't
he'll
even
get
on the
one
show.
too. Yeah. Fuck Terry.
Fuck
Fuck
Terry.
Terry.
Leo Rush announces recent sickness and taking time away from wrestling.
Who does?
Again.
Leo Rush.
Jax, you were watching Slammiversary with me.
He has a sickness. He didn't say what the sickness is, but he has some sort of sickness. We'll do this now.
I say this with love. I don't want anybody to be sick or hurt.
Yeah.
But the night he beat Chris Sabin for the X Division title and he got it, I said he won't be in Impact Wrestling in 6 months. I said it. I said he would retire again. And like I said, this has nothing to do with him being hurt or being sick. I just don't think that is a reliable pro wrestler. Fuck Terry,
He's
brother.
not.
I might have to steal that from you and like just
It
add the
needs,
brother.
it needs a comma though. Fuck Terry, comma.
Brother.
It is in red and yellow.
Just
Oh.
thinking about different ways phonetically you could say that sentence based on where you put the comma. Fuck Terry, brother. Fuck Terry, brother. Sorry, Al, it's your show.
Zach Gibson.
Zach Gibson.
Zach Gibson. Why is that so hard? And James Drake are now free agents. I don't know who they are, but
That was the
free
Grizzled
agents.
Gen veterans. We already talked about them. Yeah. Do you have anything to say, Dadhat? You weren't in here for that conversation.
I mean, good for
So
them.
much,
I mean, I'm with you. I like British strong style, but I mean, they were part of like NXT when I really wasn't really watching it that much. So I mean, yeah.
The Dyad. That's who that is, Al. Joe Gacy's little like punk rock group.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Logan Paul wins his little boxing match over the weekend and apparently calls out Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
So that's
I like it.
I
I
don't want
think
him
they'll
to.
be good together.
I don't want him to have a belt, and they're gonna put a belt on him.
It makes
Belt.
sense business wise.
Well, yeah, business wise, yeah.
Because
but-
he
To
will
put a
have
belt
that
on
belt.
Logan
It'll
Paul.
have him every.
It'll
have
be
it
all
at
over
every appearance.
magazines, boxing events. His
He will make a prime
podcast.
with the WWE belt on it. A prime flavor with the belt on it.
I think right now with the whole Endeavor purchase, it's a smart move to put the belt on Logan Paul. Rey
I will
Mysterio
recognize
honestly
talent.
is not doing anything for that belt.
I will recognize talent. He has talent. Talent recognize talent. But and yes, I just put myself over. I just can't stand his attitude. And I know that, I mean, he's a heel, so yes, he's making me hate him. But no, like he wants me to, like I want to punch him in the face for real.
It's because he's a piece of shit.
Like I want.
But go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
wanted to do that before he was in WWE.
Because he's a piece of shit. But like Sean said, like I do have to give him credit. Like a lot of the other celebrities that come in, like don't actually do the work and train. And I will give him, at least he has taken the time to learn and to train and be safe in the ring. Him and Bad Bunny both. Like I give them big props for putting all that work in.
I also have to say that boxing match, I would like to go on record as saying that Dylan Dennis made himself look like a little bitch by like getting so worked up during the match that he tried to shoot on Logan Paul during a boxing match. He tried a full body takedown in a boxing match, and Logan Paul fought off 2 different times, and after the second one, the ref disqualified him. Like, this man was trying to play dirty and still couldn't win the fight. He landed on the judges' card across the board 2 punches the entire match in 6 rounds before they called it. Like, he got made a fool as a professional fighter by a Paul brother. So I have to agree with Jax right now. It makes sense for business. Put the belt on Logan. God, I hate myself for saying that out loud.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's just like, why has it got to be the U.S. title?
Because I don't want him to have the big belt, and the Intercontinental title's too prestigious for his ass. He would take one of the best titles to ever exist and make it look like garbage.
I'm gonna say this. To me, the U.S. title is more prestigious than that Intercontinental title.
That's only because you have a semi-chub for WCW like 800 days a year.
Yeah.
I think the IC title longevity-wise, but the fact it's only been in WWE since the 70s when it came out, and not recently, Scals, I will give you that. Up until Gunther's reign, it had a little bit of a low time. But the U.S. title also had a little bit of a lull.
Oh, yeah. They both did.
We've watched some U.S. title matches on WCW that were not great.
What if?
Sorry, Sean, I forgot to hit the mute button on the last one. I tried to calm him down for a second.
What if they put the NXT title on Logan Paul? I mean, we tend to take NXT titles off of NXT talent all the time. We can just put them wherever we want to, right?
Logan Paul doesn't want to work Tuesdays.
Well, he
Brother.
doesn't have, but
Brother.
having the NXT title doesn't mean you have to work on Tuesdays. Becky has it, and she still works on Mondays.
Yeah, but she also works on
She's trying to pick at
Tuesdays.
scales now. Be nice.
I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, so I want to play a little game since I don't really want to dive into a full discussion of the Tuesday situation.
Just yet? Oh, it's just at all?
No. So
Oh,
we're going to
play a game instead?
We're going to play a game involving it instead.
Oh, I'm excited.
So, I want everybody to pick. So, it's going to be like a. So, I want you to pick a match that you thought was the best, a match that you would have cut, and then a match that. What was the third one going to be? Oh, shut up, Scals. I'm done. So, a match that you liked, a match that you would cut, and a match, and then the match that you thought was the absolute worst.
Out of what? Like ever?
Both shows
NXT and Dynamite together on Tuesday
on Tuesday.
in the NXT Wars.
Oh, okay.
So, and it can be across. Like, it doesn't have to be 3 for each. So,
I need to look at the matches.
Yeah.
I think the Bryan Danielson Swerve Strickland match, that was a great match. I felt like that one was a really good match. On NXT, Scals, what was my favorite NXT match? Bo, what was yours? You remember?
just so you don't have to do each show. Like, I want you to pick your favorite match from either show. Like, take every match that there was out of all the matches. Which was your favorite match? Which was a match that you would have just cut out completely? And which match was just hot garbage?
Ilya Dragunov and Dominic Mysterio. Or, that was the match of the night. For sure. As soon as he said it, I remembered. I think I would have gotten rid of Hobbs and Jericho.
I think I had a heart attack. Sorry.
What?
I haven't been on my phone since I've been at work all week.
Yeah.
AEW tweeted out that Sting will be making an address to the fans on Wednesday. Oh, God. I'm not ready for this if he retires.
Uh-oh.
Shut up.
So which match was hot garbage?
I'm not gonna say it was hot garbage. I just think it was. What's up, Tom? Good morning, brother. I hope you're enjoying your morning coffee. I think the match I would say not hot garbage, but I think it could have been another match in its place was the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. It was going head-to-head against the women's title match on Dynamite, and I feel like that was one of the weakest parts of the show. So it's not hot garbage. It was just a very NXT Women's Breakout match. It was like 4.5 minutes of wrestling schoolwork, which was cool, but not for your biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
So not garbage, just I would have booked it that spot better, especially going up against Hikaru Shida and Saraya.
Yeah. Breigh?
I think for the favorite match, I'm gonna go with Roxanne and Asuka.
That was a good match. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then, match I would have gotten rid of, probably. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say Saraya versus I can't say her first name. Shida. Yeah, thank you. Probably hot garbage. I'm gonna say Hobbs and Jericho. Because Jericho needs to go on a cruise and take a break.
I want to go on Jericho's cruise with him and get high. And
I'll take a break with him.
Yeah.
Sing Judas on a cruise with everybody.
Dude, I would.
I looked into that.
Yeah, I belt Judas every time I see AEW live. I don't even care. I mark the fuck out. I'm not even a big Chris Jericho fan, but it's hard not to sing when like 500 people are singing along with you. You see what I did there? That was a joke because nobody attends AEW shows.
Dadhat.
All right, give me the ones again. What am I
So,
naming?
your favorite match, a match that you would have just gotten rid of, and then, or like put it on a different show, whatever. Just like cut that match, and then the match that you thought was the most terrible.
Gotten rid of, like worst. I'd probably say Hobbs and Jericho. Like, I agree. I've said for a while, I need Jericho to go away for a while. Like, just go away. Come back in a year. Come back in 2 years. Like, you should still work for the company. You can do stuff backstage. Go on tour with your band.
Why
Favorite
would
match?
you put that torture out there for people to listen to?
Because they are as good as Ghost.
Thank you, Sean.
Shit, Ghost
Or
Foot blows them out
Anonymous.
the water.
Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting to Sean.
Favorite? I kind of dug Dom and Dragunov. Like, I'm sorry, he's turned me. I'm a Dominic Mysterio fan. He's also a fucking Guerrero. I can't help it. Like, I don't know. He's made me a fan. Like the amount of heat. Like, to me, in a perfect world, I had to jump off when y'all were talking about Dominic. Let him have this heat, and then let something happen in Judgment Day turn on him.
Ooh, yeah.
Giant baby face. Uber baby face now. Like, I'm excited to see what he does after this. But the one to me that was just hot garbage. I don't want to say it's hot garbage, but I'm just we didn't need to have it. Like, it's that breakout tournament. Like, it's just like for a special. Like, we're going head to head. Like, maybe I'll switch it. Maybe hot garbage I'll say is Jericho Hobbs. One I would cut or move to a different show or a different week would have been that breakout tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said too. I agree. Me and Scals pretty much had the exact same list. Worst match, Hobbs Jericho, cut Vice Palmer, best Dom Elia. Gitcho says yes, Dom, and he is money. Jax, what was your favorite night on the Tuesday Night Wars? What was your favorite match?
Mine was Ilya Dominic because I thought they had a good, like, they went out there and gave it what they needed to give.
Which one was hot garbage?
Phoenix and Orange Cassidy.
Are you just mad because OC won the title
Yes.
again?
If I get you, Jack,
you should ask me.
Santa, I'm gonna send you a JanSport bag.
Yep.
And a little kid like version of the international title put in it.
Can we like make it a cardboard one just for funny?
The one they should have cut was the Phoenix Orange Cassidy match. That's how much heart garbage it was.
So it's 2 of the 3 answers for you?
Yep.
Hey, man,
That's how I feel about him.
Are we even watching the same shows anymore? How have we grown so distant to such a short time, Jax? I love Orange Cassidy.
because you like the backpack thing, and you like the backpack thing because Josh Alexander
Also carries he carried the Impact World title, and when he pulled that bitch out of a backpack, I
Do you want to take a picture with the belt? Yes, I do.
He looked like a fan. He was like, "You want to take a picture with the belt?" And I was like, "You got it with you?" He was like, "Of course I do." And he like pulled it out of the backpack, and I was like, "Yep, let's do it." Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes was a fantastic match. Nothing wrong with that match, dude.
I do love Mello.
I think that was a bit overbooked towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a lot going on. Yeah.
I agree with Scals. When you knew Mox couldn't wrestle, cancel the match.
Yep.
Put something else in its place. Give somebody else a chance to
Yeah.
shine.
They could have put another women's match there.
Oh, Lord. Two on a
Two?
card? What are you thinking?
That's unheard of, Al.
That's such a shock.
Yeah. I would say that Braun Breaker and Mellow was my favorite because I just love Mellow. I definitely think Move, the women's breakout, like they could have waited a week. Like I get them wanting to like put it on a big show to help get these ladies over, but it didn't really flow. And then the hot garbage, I'm gonna say, was Jericho because. Yeah. And I will say, Fozzy, if you have y'all like listened to other songs by Fozzy?
Jax has.
It's
Apparently.
not terrible. Like I'm kind of here for some of it.
Jax?
I worked at a this little hole in the wall bar called Mavericks, and we went and saw Fozzy. We didn't go see Fozzy. We went and see Fozzy for free. And I say this with all due respect to Chris Jericho. And this show's rated M for mature. There wasn't enough cocaine in that building to get me to enjoy a fucking song they did that night. They are a glorified cover band that will do 3 or 4 of their original songs. Do Judas because God, you got to do Judas because you got to suck the fans' pee-pees.
I like how you changed the pee-pee. Like of everything you just said up to that point, pee-pee is the direction you.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Jax. Go ahead.
And there wasn't. I like one Fozzy song out of every. There's one I will give Fozzy, and it's the song "Enemies." And the only reason I like it is because it was a song for a TNA pay-per-view, and to me that was like it's when Jericho took that first hiatus from WWE. And the next thing you know, Fozzy pops up on TNA. You're like, holy shit, it's Chris Jericho. Is he going to come to TNA? So that song was pretty good. But no, I've seen him live 2 or 3 times. Not by choice. But
I have all of their albums on my Apple Music. And I'm going to say that, like, some of it's not terrible. Like, there are a few songs that are like pretty good.
Sandpaper apparently is one of them.
That is a good song. There's one, what's it called, man?
Yeah, M Shadow saved that song. That was the problem there. They had to bring in the Avenged Sevenfold singer to make that song good.
I do like Avenged Sevenfold. The song Backcountry, primo. Love that song.
What is that damn song called, man?
Live TVs, ladies and gentlemen. I was playing DJ.
No.
Is it called Judas?
No,
It's Judas.
not called Judas. What's funny though is like I listen to like all my whole music on shuffle, right? And so it never plays Judas, like ever.
Whatever that one is where he was on the roller coaster.
Yeah. Dark Passenger is a good song. Where is this? Like it's one of those like I forget about it until it comes on.
Maybe for me that's just I've never listened to their CD stuff, but live Jericho's not a good singer live. Okay, I said it. Get over it. Sue me. Tweet me.
Iron Claw.
Get at me.
Yes. Have you guys seen the Iron Claw trailer? Did you?
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen it?
Oh, I sent it to you. Yes, I have. I had to think about for a second what you were talking about.
Did you see it, Dadhat? You're muted,
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, no, I thought I heard one of the kiddos, but yeah, I saw it.
What do you guys think? Like, as wrestling fans and educated fans that are smart to the business, the things that, knowing the story that they're about to tell in that movie, how do you feel about it?
Lip got jacked.
Yeah, he did. He's stacked, bro.
Yeah.
Karn
That's
from
what
the
I think
Bear.
about it.
I need a
Got
gym
some
membership. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna start going to the gym.
Marshall Von Erich said that it was as close to being accurate as they could have been without involving his death. So, which they didn't do. I don't know why, because they're dumb, but
He refuses to talk about it.
oh, wow. Marshall said that it's pretty accurate. Like he's happy with it.
I'm excited for it. I still think of all the things in wrestling history that you could make a movie about. I don't know if this would be my first one. It's up there, but I don't know if it's the first one I would make.
It's maybe the most depressing,
Well, maybe not the most.
but it's up there, dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
when you look at what happened to, like, it just Google the Von Erich brothers.
yeah.
It's the subject matter is a hot topic nowadays, and so they're kind of using that to.
Yeah.
But most importantly, because Jax will attest for this, I'm always gonna pop when I see him. The Throwbilly Silas Mason plays a Freebird. And not just a Freebird. He plays Michael P.S. Hayes. And I can't wait.
Freebird.
Yeah, he plays the Freebird, Michael Hayes. And I'm excited as fuck to see this dude go ham in a, because when you see him work, if you don't know who he is, he wears old school high boots with tube socks underneath it. He wears the old high-waisted trunks. He never wears tights. Like, I love the fact. And MJF is Lance Von Erich, one of the cousins. You're right. It's going to be a stacked movie. 1,000% going to watch it in theaters probably the weekend it comes out.
It from the trailer, it appears that it's told from the perspective of Carrie.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of the main character. Well, I only have one thing left.
Is it time?
It is time for, let me get I need to make a little thing.
It's the Ryback Tinfoil Hat Moment of the Week.
On the Ryback show, Ryback said that there's no truth to the rumor that he once took Cialis in order to impress Brock Lesnar in the locker room. That was a lie spread by Cody Rhodes and Bryan Danielson. Speaking of Cody, he once accused Ryback of taking a bath. The big guy denied that too. It said he's the one who actually caught Cody taking a candlelit bath.
Somebody say something.
Anything to get his name out there. Anything to get, like, okay, who's one of the hottest people?
Just has to try and stay relevant. Good God.
I wonder if when he eats a potato, if he looks down and goes, why am I looking in a mirror?
I look good. He looks at the potato and says, oh, I look good.
So he said the rumors about him taking Cialis aren't true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's this rumor in the wrestling world that Jake the Snake Roberts got so drunk one night that he drank his own urine in a locker room.
Yeah.
And there's people that have said they've seen him do it. Jake has never admitted to it being true or denied it being true, because once he does either, it implies, in my opinion, that it happened. The moment he said, no, man, I never took Cialis to try to impress anybody. I don't need that. You know the kind of people who say they don't need, like, wiener pills? The kind of dudes who need wiener pills. People who don't need wiener pills don't talk about wiener pills.
That's a lot of wiener pills.
Right.
And
Exactly.
my question is, why would you want to impress Brock Lesnar with the size of your wiener?
Have you ever seen Brock Lesnar?
No, I have, but like,
Have you ever seen Brock Lesnar's wiener?
Wiener?
no, I can't say that I have.
I was just curious. I haven't been there. I was just curious if you have.
I've seen.
What do you think she's at home Googling?
Dude, we both have access to the Botched Spots and Chair Shots account. Sometimes she forgets to go back into her side. No.
I mean, it's like Breigh does with Von Wagner. I mean,
I'm pretty sure she has it as her, like, when she closes the screen, like, she'll minimize us, and she'll, right before she closes the laptop, it'll be like Von Wagner holding Roman and Seth's belts. And she's like, I can't. It's just like, I love you. That's her background.
I've got to find out if there's a Von Wagner wrestling buddy out there somewhere.
I would throw in on that.
Yeah.
100%. Just to watch Breigh unbox it on TikTok.
No.
I will say, and I've said this a few times, if you don't follow Ryback on TikTok, you should, because it is so funny. He does this thing where he makes fun of like dirt sheet writers, particularly Bleacher Report. For whatever reason, he has a thing about Bleacher Report. It's super funny. Follow him on TikTok. He'll go live with anybody.
I can't believe you're
Except
sitting here
for
on
Will.
this show right now putting Breigh back over.
No, it's because he's so insane.
Fuck.
I'm gonna start taking applications for a new co-host.
It's funny, and you know it's funny.
It's a little funny.
It's super funny.
All right. Well, that's it. Ryback means we finally made it to the end of the show. Shit show's finished. Before we do so, where'd the thing? There it is. We got to plug ourselves. Breigh, ladies first. Tell everybody where to find you. Put yourself over. All of your socials.
All right. Well, first, you can find me on TikTok under Tribal Queen Breigh. Instagram is my name in the parentheses, Breigh.stout. You can also find me every Wednesday over on the Wrestketok Wolfpac Twitch page, and every Monday over on World Championship Wreckage YouTube page for Queen's Court, where you never know what's going to come out of our mouths, especially tomorrow.
Oh, God.
1993 Monday Night Raw. I can only imagine. Senor Dadhat.
Dadhat Wrestling every social. Every Wednesday, Wrestketok Wolfpac, like everybody else. When we can record it, it'll get uploaded to the World Championship Wreckage YouTube channel. Me and the Will Gray talking all things old school WCW, covering Halloween Havoc this month for October. And, you know, kind of just being behind the scenes, producing, editing, making thumbnails for all the other shows on World Championship Wreckage. Follow us on YouTube. We have a year-end goal to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year.
Jax Bo.
Well, you can find me here every Sunday for Botched, and Chair Shots. You can find me Wednesdays and Saturdays on the Wrestletalk Wolfpac for Boyfriend Time in Wrestletalk Wolfpac. You can find me on Off the Top Media tomorrow night for Sorry for the Interruption. We're not really sorry for interrupting with me and Shadows. You know, we just you know. You fucking know. Any other thing you want to know about me, follow me on Twitter. Trying to grow my following there at JaxBo2020.
Boss bitch.
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Tweeters at JustAGirl918. I am still on the hunt for a Jey Uso figure. If you have one that you would like to gift to the show or one I can purchase from you for a reasonable price, please let me know. I will be opening it, so, you know.
You said Jey Uso?
Yes, I need a Jey. I have a Jimmy. I need Jey.
Do you have a little Jimmy?
I have. Grab my.
Never mind. Over the head. I'll look at my Walmart. For a while, there was tons of Jey.
Well, yeah, there was, and then all of a sudden they're gone.
I'll look at mine. They've been there for a while.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want the expensive ones because again, I'm gonna open it. So.
Get on my lap.
That's after the show, Will. Stop it.
Quit it. My shout outs. I always shout out the Wrestletalk Wolfpac, but you guys are here. So follow the Wrestletalk Wolfpac. Follow Wrestling with the Truth and Ted the Hillbilly Hill. Follow Off the Top Media. Follow the Fanatics Network. Follow Creatia World. Follow MATTRIDDER, Matt Ritter, and Katie Kinsey, baby. SES Vince. Follow all my friends. If you want to stay connected with us, click the link in the descriptions for the Discord. That's the direct link to everybody from Off the Top and all of that. If you want merch, check out angerlemonade.com/bots and share shots for right now. Per the conversation earlier in the episode. But most importantly, right now, there's two things to remember. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a Prime Gaming subscription with that. Go to Twitch, give it to your favorite Twitch streamer, give it to us, Creatia World, Wrestletalk Wolfpac, Give it to anybody as long as Jeff Bezos doesn't get it. He has too much fucking money. The Patreon is the lifeblood. It's $5 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee. You get all that sweet Rivet City Radio content, the Raw Rewind, Botchbots After Dark, My GM Mode with Scows. You get the Hill Support Group with Max and Colby. All of that cool shit. Follow and get us. We'll got the table spot next. Sorry for the interruption. Nerdy news for at 420. NXT on tap. Boom with Cam G. Tons of content coming up, but that's it. Good night, everyone. Good night, Sean. We can't wait for nerdy news either. AJ. Ladies and gentlemen, anything for the class before I do the thing and say the thing? No? 3?
Fuck Terry.
Fuck Terry.
Fuck Terry.
2,
Fuck you, Terry.
1. Now, as we close another episode of Botched and Share Shots, we'll take a minute. Thank you for listening. Remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet and like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, then subscribe again. Leave a comment telling me how great I am, or fuck Terry. Either way, it helps the algorithm and helps find new listeners. If you're really generous, head over to patreon.com and donate to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag. We get some fantastic guests. It's a win-win for the Wrestle Talk Wolfpac, the Tribal Queen Breigh Stout, my boy Dadhat Wrestling, Selfbet in the chat, the Ginger Ninja Jaxo, and the Boss Bitch Al. I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.